This is the Hoof GP, and this is a hoof that the dairyman has already had a go at, and it really doesn't look good. Now in the intro I made it sound like the dairyman hadn't done a good job. He actually did a fantastic job. He really has. Just look at how much height he's removed from the heel of this cow's foot. This cow went incredibly lame last Friday. That's just over a week ago today. And Scott, the dairyman, did the best job he could by removing all of this hoof horn from the rear of her foot, which is where the problem is. Applying a block and applying a topical solution of a product designed to help cure problems like this. Now she's gone slightly better, but now she's started to regress, and this is why. So let's go ahead and see what we can do to help this cow out. So here's the problem here. She's got a sole ulcer, and Scott's removed all of this part obviously and applied a block, which is perfect. But this has all started to peel away, look, and if I peel this back, just look at that. Now obviously we've not done anything to this cow's foot yet, but as you can see there's claret everywhere. Scott, the dairyman, is an accomplished hoof trimmer. He genuinely is really good. But sometimes you just need to revisit these cases because they just keep on going if you don't get rid of every shred of loose hoof horn. And as you can see, this is all loose. It might not look loose, but when I do this, you realise that it is. Trying to be as gentle as I possibly can here. And this is all live tissue. It's bulbous and huge and sticking down, but we cannot cut into that because if we cut into it, that is a job for a vet, not a hoof trimmer. Mainly because, by the way, to do that, it's going to hurt the cow, and it might be slightly beneficial for her, but you can't do something like that without local anaesthesia, can you? Imagine the pain she would be in. And I think we can fix this without actually doing that anyway, to be honest. Right. I'm going to reduce this. I'm going to clean all of this up properly. I'm going to apply another block here. I'm going to keep going with the trim. And we are going to fix this cow. So I've just said we're going to apply another block, and you may wonder why I'm trimming this one back. We're going to leave this in place and apply another block, and those two blocks combined will make it higher and take that sore part completely off the ground. But I can't just put a block straight onto this because the water from the moisture in the environment, i.e. urine, actual water, everything else, has made this block compromised. So if we try to stick anything onto it, it's just going to fall off. So we need to trim it back to pure, natural, good, dry, solid wood. So hopefully that explains that. So this is a cow that clearly is going to need recheck after recheck after recheck. A problem like this does not disappear overnight. Imagine if you had something like that and you went to the doctor with it. Would you expect one visit, or maybe a couple, or maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or even 10? You would need a few, wouldn't you? You get the idea. Anyway, let's finish this trim and get her much more comfortable. So there's still some detached hoof horn in there. If I press it, you can see it right along that line there is detached. And that is not good. If we take a nice close look in at this lesion, it's all bulbous. You can see the flesh and tissue is all contorted. It's literally pushing out of the hoof capsule. We need to get it contained within that hoof capsule, otherwise we're always going to have raw, exposed tissue touching the ground, and that's where the pain comes from. So it's time for iodine and a salicylic wrap. So we're just about to let her out of the crush, and when we do, she is not going to walk particularly well. She's going to walk with the tip of her toe touching the ground because she knows her heel is sore, and there's no way we can magically fix and take away all of the pain in one foul swoop. So without further ado, here is how she's walking. That is cow 2500. For now, that is everything from the Hoof GP. Guys, make sure that you subscribed. Guys, gals, kids, children, boys, girls, adults, OAPs, everybody, make sure you subscribe so that you get an update on cow 2500 in 2 weeks' time.